of the night is here in Perth. Pass to the post. Good match up for Kay on Kadee. Trying to stop him, but couldn't. And a little finger roll was nice for Nick Kay. Excited to see this matchup in White and Patterson. White got away from him on that occasion for a three. Here's Tarico, just slipped the other side of the screen and landed the long bomb. Post again. This is a better matchup on this occasion for Brisbane. Bairstow reaching in, slowed him down. Then Cotton had to shoot away. A quick pass. Patterson to Bairstow. We spoke about this matchup. Good defence from Kay. Got in his face and slapped it away. It'll still be a Bullets ball.
Every single time he touches the ball.
He catches it on this occasion. No double team. And he makes them pay. 3 points. It's still 2 points the margin. Here's Bryce just getting away. You mentioned that where Hodgson just didn't help out.
That's just a really good screen.
And I'm sure you've downloaded the NBL app for the Hungry Jack's burger. The pass inside's a good one. And the big Angus beef burger.
And you knew that he was going to play with everything ounce he had.
As Kay shoots over the top and take the board. Patterson quick to get to Bryce Cotton. He splits the gap. Oh, that's an unbelievable pass. I don't even know how to describe it, Corey Williams.
Hashtag see incredible.
That's slow-mo. That is incredible. Just slipped it around the arms of Kadee. And Angus Brandt finished the job with a 2.
Just a great no-look pass. Way to split the defense. Lost control, gained back control, and dimed his big fella with a nice no-look pass.
They did.
Brisbane got a steal.
Yeah, they did.
And they didn't give it to him.
Right. Thank you, Corey. Late to the party, but you got there. Here's White. The pass to Kay. Been pretty good from outside three in recent games, and he continues that good little streak. On Patterson, then looks to pass it off. 4 on the shot clock. And Tarico White usually likes it from there. It wasn't convincing, but it was good enough to get him 2. Davis had a big screen set on him. Brandt was put off. There's the lucky roll there. Corey went straight back into his hand.
And this is what he's capable of, and he's doing it against Damian Martin as well. As Damo just looked at Jesse Wagstaff saying, you've got to help me out there.
We're all tied up. Kadee against Martin. Damian Martin all the way. Not disappointed with it. Here's Damo. Just a nice little passage. Great work from Angus Brandt. Just shepherding out his defender and opened up the passage for Damo to finish. Turns out.
That's what he said.
That's what they're doing, yeah. They did it a couple of years ago. There's a steal. Kay stands up with it, then gathers it. He'll go all the way with the 2. Nick Kay, strong work.
The Statue of Liberty finish.
Great job by Nick Kay, just reading that. And then just the one hand, point forward. I can do it all.
Margin down to 1 now. Cotton trying to turn that around with a floater, which was pretty handy as well.
You know, I was here a couple weeks ago. Where was I? Oh.
Brandt hit the 2 off the glass and drew the foul. Got a little bit of revenge with you at halftime. Not because he didn't like you, but because there's a bit of an issue, is there?
No, well, I actually grew up playing junior basketball against Gunny, so I know he's on against me. He ran up
with Brisbane as well. We haven't seen their 3rd import, Corey, in Kindle out here in the game yet. So let's see if they're going to try and get him in the second half involved.
A tough time for in recent times. Glidden's trailing Cotton. Steps through the defense, hands it off.
Newly found skills this season.
It's his first basket of the game, Ruben Tarangi, but it's responded down the other end from Sunday Dick. Was calling for the foul. Cotton got away from his defender. Tarico coming to play. Coming to play big time. 3/4 time. Wagstaff chalking up the minutes. Cotton.
Did you just see that first step?
Here it is again, Corey. Take us through it. Call the action.
Excuse me. He just ran to the corner.
Surely that was a scout. I haven't seen that very often. Just let the best scorer in the NBL go right by me.
Double team, nearly loses the handle. Wagstaff through the keyway he goes, and there'll be a foul. It'll be on Kay because he scored the 2. Team Through the legs, round the back, into the key. Off to Tarico, 3 points. Had that such an impressive second quarter as Jervis goes for White, who with the fadeaway swishes it through. When you're hot, your name's Tarico. Martin to Jervis. Wagstaff gets around his defender.
Oh. Listen.
Battled hard. Steindl just can't get the shot away. That time, though, he decided his best option is to drive to the basket. When do you make that call? 79-57 the score is another block shot. It's Cotton, who is still playing, mind you. I'd be getting him off the court if I was Trevor Gleeson. And resting him up for the game as Sunday has 2 threes. And they're going to hold it up.
Well, if you're Trevor Gleeson, you are excited about the way the team responded here in the second half. But game 2, I think is going to be a different story.
Banking it in off the glass is the veteran. Greg Hire makes it 89-59. 30 points, the margin. And Brisbane have plenty to think about on that long plane trip home.
The scene is set at the Brisbane Entertainment Centre. Bullets Wildcats, game 2 of the semi-final series. Either on Monday or to Perth. Sweep the Bullets and go into their 14th grand final campaign. Nick Kay.
To make things happen at the defensive end. I like the way the Brisbane Bullets are putting pressure on Cotton and challenging him to get into the paint. They're helping off Damian Martin.
Space, get that out of here. Bryce Cotton sees some space and casually drops 3. Time, the defensive player of the year. Looking for support and finding Angus Branch. The soft sky hook works. Kay rolls it inside for Branch. Hodgson again, the defensive obstacle, and again Angus Brandt has the answer. Season champions. Who alongside Melbourne and Sydney finished with that 18-10 record. Now Damian Martin from downtown against the Wildcats. And they're doing that down by 2. Tarico White catches the rim, which sucks it through. Bryce Cotton this series have been magnificent.
And here it is here. You have a look. They've got 4 people in the paint. Glidden didn't need to come. It wasn't his rotation.
Before we get too far from Mika Vukona, the 5-time champion at 36 years of age. He's played more finals as Tarico White goes up.
Man, they've had some really bad decisions on D, just like this. Great play from the Wildcat.
Congratulations to the Milestone men. Tarico White's mid-range jumper shakes through. Cotton with the runner, that's sweet. Andre Lamanis told to cool it, conceding the tech foul. He gets in the face of Tarico White, who shoots anyway and shoots successfully.
What we're talking about again, it was good play to be able to disrupt his shot, but then once the up fake went, you see a little put in from Brandt.
Sunday Detch being guarded by Kendall. And Kendall runs into the screen from Brandt, allowing Sunday to go all the way.
Standing up to 10 rebounds already. 4 points so far in this first half as we see Cotton with a beautiful little pick and roll.
From the field.
Look at that little drop pass there. That set they're calling 4, boys.
He missed the last 5 games of the regular season and Thursday night. Make it 7 in a row this afternoon, but without him, Nick Kay, Angus Brandt and Bryce Cotton are getting the job done. The Brisbane 32. The pass took a deflection, but it went straight for Nick Kay. Into the keyway. And Martin kicks it on for Tariko White. For three, it's good. Just over a minute left in the half as Tariko White likes the look and loves the finish. Tariko White stepping up in the postseason. 19 points on Thursday.
But you have a look at that, Matty.
For Brisbane. Glidden guarding Cotton, who goes back for Damien Martin. He gets a good look. It's too good for a man of Damien Martin's stature. Davis and Tarangi also on 2 fouls. Here's Bryce Cotton off and running. High off the glass, Bryce Cotton. Here's Cotton again, exploding.
Well, it's the timing of the flash too from Kay. Perfect time to be able to get there, just puts that ball on the floor. But how's the finish?
He shot the free throws at 54% this season. And look at that from Wagstaff. They've had an opportunity to lock it up a couple of times now, Brisbane. Instead, Tariko White puts some distance between them again.
When you have a look at this, just a simple pin down, good pick from Jesse Wagstaff. Patterson loses his feet.
It's after his 19 on Thursday. Bryce Cotton back and forth. Great handling, an even better finish for Bryce Cotton.
Well, and that's a shot that's part of his scouting report, as we see Kay all the way for two.
So Brant, the only starter of the game, not starting the fourth as Cotton.
He starts this fourth. Look at this. Tough to be able to defend. Patterson gets back in play to try and disrupt.
Perth into the finals every single season with them, obviously. Wagstaff strips the ball from Patterson.
Couple of big buckets when it gets tight.
Nick Kay to go to 11 points for the game, along with 14 rebounds.
Says, we're going to live and die by me. I'm a star. I'm going to take these shots.
Tariko White finds a way to feed Damien Martin. Used to watch that in. Tariko White catches enough of the rim to suck it through, and White goes to 24.
Just nice little hesitation, this on-ball screen. We've spoken about the fact that's not what he's known for. It was the hesitation that got there. Good touch off the glass for two.
Well, they have to hold this lead. Cotton splits the difference between two defenders and Nick Kay. What a shot from Nick, down low. And then quickly, AJ Davis Jr. on Nick Kay, 17 seconds to play. The Brisbane crowd trying to put Nick off.
They've got to go quick. It's a two-possession game.
Cam Glidden needs it to fall. It catches the rim, back for Patterson. It's left to AJ Davis Jr. He can't make it go. Adam Gibson now. The seconds expiring. And the Perth Wildcats stand and celebrates. A 14th grand final series is coming their way. The Perth Wildcats have swept Brisbane and they will host the NBL 2019 grand final series.
Said all season that Perth needed a third import and they were a player short. You still believe that if they finished top in the grand final series?
Without doubt. And Tariko White will not have the same impact on the grand final series as what he's had in the semi-finals. And that's where I think then people will start saying, oh, I think they need that next person.
The easiest poll of the year was today, hashtag NBL19 at NBL. Who is going to win the grand final series? And right now it has 58% saying the home team, or at least a home court advantage, Perth Wildcats. 42% for Melbourne United. And of course, what we do love, and I'm assuming we're going to hear a fair bit about it right now, is that we have love the Red Army.
Really?
And that is...
Oh, the energy is in sync, baby.
Okay. Not only did Kerry
the Red Army's going to fire.
Not only According to Kerry Williams, tell the Red Army that he's not your friend. We've all gone for Melbourne.
So to be clear, we give these tips through to the producer during the day.
Individually,
without seeing it. So, wow, how about that?
But Rico White's last month in particular was really good. We were sitting here a lot over the time. He got a lot of grief, and I put my hand up and admit
I definitely put both hands up over here.
Because he probably copped more than anyone else because he was the second import when we were all screaming for them to have a third. If he has a huge 5 games or however long this thing goes for, it goes a long way for them to win the championship.
But the biggest matchup is Perth-Melbourne. The grand final series go. The tip won by the regular season champions, the men in red, the Wildcats. What a colossus of the NBL. Speaking of big, Angus Brandt posts first points in the series. Living up to his pre-game interview, Sean, every possession counts, he said. Every possession is vital. And Rico White makes the most of that possession. Bryce Cotton bobbing around in the key and the jumper falls. It's pass for Kennedy. And now David Barlow is blocked by Nick Kay.
Really stepping up his defense second half of the season.
Now another turnover. Steindl spots Cotton. He kicks it on for Rico White in the corner. There's a bomb.
You're right. He delivered in that Sydney series, especially in that second and third quarter.
He's delivered against Perth this season as well, but he cops it up there for Cotton to feed Kay. And McCarron commits the foul. There's an and one coming for special Nick Kay.
It's a place where you do not want to be sloppy with it because they will make you pay on the other end. As we're seeing Bryce Cotton in the open court, makes an easy play for his first team All-NBA, Nick Kay.
Shawnee lives up to the tag Special K because he's the only NBL player to average a double-double against Melbourne this season. 17 points, 11 rebounds.
Free throw shooter. I don't know if I've ever seen an 86% free throw shooter miss 4 straight.
After going 10 straight through the semi-final series. Basket is waved away.
This is a hard pick.
He almost broke his jaw.
Mitch Norton, that calf good to go. And that will be 2 points for Perth. 14 wins, 2 losses with injured players. They're 6 and 8 at full strength. Quint Steindl swirls 3 home.
He's going to make sure in this series, Bryce Cotton is going to work for everything he earns.
Where was that layup last time Casper played here? As Bryce Cotton starts to feel it as well.
Matchup against a 5-man Angus Brandt. Feels like he's got the speed and quickness advantage.
Golding terrorised by Damian Martin, and here's Bryce Cotton off the glass.
Is Martin defending? Just pass the ball. If he's guarding you, give the ball up. Because things like this happen.
Well, already 2 steals, a block. Damian Martin's played in enough grand finals to know he needs to step up. If you see Bryce Cotton just finishing off the wrong-footed layup.
So Melbourne by 5, but with a big setback. Losing DJ Kennedy. Angus Brandt is still out there.
Realize how athletic he is, and he showed it right there.
2 seasons at Sydney, now in his 3rd at Perth as Rico White. It's for Rico White, who elevates for another mid-range jumper. Still there, down for Brandt again, persistent, pays off for the men in red. Amazing to see that DJ Kennedy is back out there and seemingly unhindered as Brandt runs onto the assist from Bryce Cotton. What a start to the second half, Perth.
From Dean Vickerman as well. Doesn't like how his team has come out here in the second half. As we see Angus Brandt, the benefit of all the attention that Bryce Cotton gets.
Watch it again. Beautiful pass from Bryce Cotton.
Pass there by Cotton. Tarico's got to knock that one down.
Locked at 33. Perth hit the front big time. Courtesy Rico White.
Jarred his neck, but wasn't showing any signs of concussion, so expect him to play out the game as full, guys.
Nick Kay. Trevor Gleeson's halftime speech must have been something. And the points keep flowing. A run of 11 to the home team.
You just get the sense that somebody that you don't expect is going to have to step up. I mean, the scouting report on all these guys is we see Nick Kay come out of nowhere. I feel like when you go in with the free swing, you're a little bit too casual to get the job done.
Bryce Cotton looks casual, often gets the job done. Cotton guarded by Ware. And here's Mitch Norton seeing some more court time and some more scoring. Tarico White for three. He fills it up. Off for Norton. Norton rolls towards the rack. Grant goes it alone.
The playbook, but I'm sure Goulding practices that a fair bit. But he's been so vocal all night in every time out. But Dean Bickerman's main message was stop letting him off the hook late.
Perth by 7. Trying to continue this remarkable run by home teams in grand final games. Tarico White keeps his run going.
1 of 6 from the free throw line.
Flagstaff again. He's a grand final specialist. Can't. Noise level starting to go up at RAC Arena, and they will continue to do so. Josh Garlop, how many are there in the house?
Fourth quarter is usually his time, just as much as it's Bryce Cotton's time. Showing the grand final experience.
Well, Tommy Jervis there getting his third block. And then Clint Steindl getting in on it.
Damian Martin, 4-3, it's good. The favourite son gets the loudest cheer of the night.
Season right now for the Perth Wildcats. They can't miss.
I think they saw on Instagram you wearing that Melbourne. Glory have a guy, Diego Castro, just as exciting on the soccer field.
Damian Martin down low, goes high off the glass. Look to put it away. Kay for Brandt. 2 bigs, and haven't they come up big this year for the Wildcats?
Once, they have to get stops on defense.
And not turn it over like that. Soft from DJ Kennedy as Cotton can't finish. Kay does, and comes down over the top of Chris Goulding for good measure. In on game 1 glory.
Well, I was just going to say Nick Kay's having a little bit of a quiet game, only 6 points, and then just relentless, keeps going, doesn't give up on the play, and he's got that sneaky athleticism to get up there and jam it home.
And a few sneaky knees and shins and any other body part he can muster on the back of Chris Goulding.
Pushed and got 2 legit baskets. Defense is where they have to step up. In these last 3.5 minutes.
That makes it harder. Tarico White. Here he is again, Tarico White. Opting to use Damian Martin. And what a good option it is. He just never lets you down.
It's to go to take the first hit.
Nick Kay off the glass. They just can't miss now, Perth. This man, Bryce Cotton, having a tough shooting night. More on that in a moment as Kay continues to keep the good times coming. He goes to 10 points total for the season from 8 games as Perth's Red Army stands and applaud because the Wildcats are 1 up in the grand final series. They take the series opener by 10, 81-71, and now they turn to Melbourne. Second round, tip-off, game 2. Melbourne, Perth, defensive board. And Grant lining beautifully as Perth bigs, and now Kay off the glass. First points to the visitors.
It's been getting better, and it hasn't been so much of an issue the last couple of games as Kay sneaks back door and finishes at the rim.
Well, Chris Golding into the game as well. That's a mismatch for him against Steindl. Be surprised if Melbourne United don't go at that as we see Cotton. How good will that be for his confidence?
He's 0 for 4 to begin the game. That turnover right there and just struggling to find his rhythm.
Rico White was looking to get athletic. The 2 falls. He's off to the line. Rico White.
And very surprised that no one's picked him up.
Tommy Jervis gets it done. Here's Nick Kay, who gets away from the D and takes 2 more points.
Get himself a little bit closer rather than having his feet set. Steindl finally gets one to drop.
Season, game 5 against Adelaide. What a series it was, Melbourne topping 100 in every home grand final game. Wagstaff steps back to 3-point territory and leaves it short. Again, it's higher, making sure of another shot, and Bryce Cotton doesn't let him down. Rico White, shot clock to 2. Rico has to go instead. It will be Bryce Cotton, just in the nick of time. What a bomb. Seb Costello courtside. What was Trevor Gleeson saying last time out?
He even faked me out of my chair over here. I thought he was going to the baseline as the other side as Wagstaff gets 2.
Team on their home floor.
Keep an eye on Bryce Cotton here. Peter Hooley's got the job.
Cotton might need someone else doing the job.
Hooley with that job.
It's Rico White putting it on the floor, going off the glass with effect. Heavy. Nick Kay with the rebound. Rico can go again. Get the foul, make the bucket. It's a 3-point play on offer.
From the free throw line.
Damien Martin on the march. He gets the whistle on the way. The shot drops. He'll go to the line. And way too high. Here's DJ Kennedy. Casper Ware was looking for him. Rico White thought about something similar. They take the safe option, and it's a dunk for Angus Brandt.
And here's that transition bucket from the Perth Wildcats. Casper Ware went out. No one else helped the helper again. But that one from Ware, that was a bad shot for him. He's thinking in. It's the second time he's given it to Moller at the 3-point line, and then he throws up a brick.
Rico White throws up a bomb in this 4th quarter. Will it be Bryce Cotton sending them to their seats? Yes, it is. Cotton trying to lead Ware on a dance.
Oh, wow. What a pass. So much attention on Cotton 2 possessions ago. And this one, what a beautiful pass. How did he find Nick Kay from the baseline? But a pick and roll defense. And if you pick up 1 or 2, so be it.
Cotton, there's still plenty of time for Perth as they get it back to single figures.
Knowing that you've got one of the best defenders locking and trailing here, looking to block your shot. Just see him with your peripheral vision.
Lisa, not yourself. Here's Reece Baig. Baig gets it to go off the glass. Nice minutes for Reece.
He wasn't calling for a block.
Barlow blocked by Reece Baig. The 24-year-old Perth local playing for his NBL team as Rico White gets to the glass.
I'm just not sure about that as we see a great block from Reece Baig on that drive from Barlow. And then a good one in transition from Rico White as well. Going back to the glory days of Melbourne as well.
Steindl gets one from close range. Perth say, well, you've only levelled with us and we're going back home next Friday. Played one of the great grand final series. It went all 5 games. The home team prevailing each time. Greg Hire says there's no rush. We'll cop one all and we'll go back to our house, RAC Arena in Perth. Because here in Melbourne, united they certainly are. Beating the Wildcats 92-74, 1-1 in Grand Final 2019. Melbourne playing for the title on their home floor. As I'll detail throughout the game, Game 3 has been so decisive. And now Game 3 is go. The tip to the home team.
Activity on the defensive end. You see Casper Ware driving in, can't get the ball. Both teams on lockdown defense early on.
Second game, they took care of that and took care of the boards.
Turnover from Melbourne for Bryce Cotton to open the scoring off the glass. It's good. Partly because of the time he spends on the court. But let's not underestimate the athleticism as well. Or his shot-making ability, Bryce Cotton.
Or roll into the basket. Good find by Chris Golden to DJ Kennedy.
And to me, that's the evolution of Chris Goulding's game as well. You know, when he first came into the league, a little bit more early in this game, see if they can get him going. See McCarron fouls White on the mid-range jumper.
I think Steiner would love the first to go, and it does.
In the grand final series, only 1 for 9, but as a shooter, you only need 1. Gets the steal. Good pass to Jesse Wagstaff, finishes it.
Bit of momentum sparked by the sniper. Cheeseburgers if United miss consecutive free throws as Jesse Wagstaff goes the reverse layup and finds the mark.
Tarico White just didn't like that, dumped it inside. Just a little nifty move for Chris Goulding.
Not for the
Usually
first
that
time
fires him up.
9 points here earlier this season, and he came off injured. That's actually his highest score in Perth. As Tommy Jervis, who's having quite the game. Melbourne United. A lot of success overseas as well, fighting back from that ruptured Achilles brilliantly as Angus Brandt does it from close range.
Have really step it up in games, but you know, if you're Melbourne United, you're down by 2, you're 0 for 10 from the three-point line. You got to like your chances and where you're at.
Tarico White makes it a bit harder for them.
Tarico, he hasn't had a lot of good looks, but able to knock that one down when he got the chance. As we see Nick Kay,
the
fantastic
steal.
hands.
Bryce Cotton off the glass and 1 to come. Answered straight away by this Nick Kay steal and the polish from Bryce Cotton.
And that's great hands by Nick Kay. Offensively, he's been quiet, but defensively, at that play right there.
It's like that the whole series. Everyone's on lockdown.
Damian Martin from nowhere. Martin straight back at them. The crowd favourite delivers. He loses it. Tarico White, final seconds of the half. And they get it done, Perth. They get it out by 4. The Wildcats leading at quarter time and now half time. The low score. Cotton with that whip pass to Angus Brandt. There's a show of force to start the second half. And the assists are coming for this man, Bryce Cotton. Onto the handoff now from Angus Brandt. On he goes for Nick Kay. Melbourne better be careful. The Wildcats out by 10.
And as well with ease. You see Tarico White miss, but get his own putback. Put the Wildcats up by 10.
Running for a couple of seasons. Leading into this one. Now Tarico White over the hand return brilliantly from Tarico White.
On the road as Chris goes to bucket. Could have got fouled. Really got to hang on here. Cotton's starting to do some damage. And
this team to bounce back from a big defeat in a grand final game to win the next one. And there is beaten badly, bounce back. And Perth on track to do so here. Down by 18 last Sunday. And here on Friday, up by 12 as Nick Kay makes it an even 14.
On the way the game's been called, and I can get rewarded on that one. So you see Nick Kay just relentlessly running the floor and gets rewarded.
Every time he touches the ball. Number 43, right here. And the foul will be called on Nick Kay, and listen to the crowd now. Melbourne wouldn't have admitted to it, but surely they would have been thinking, win this and we can play for a title on our home floor in front of our fans. But Tarico White is saying, it's got to be in Perth.
Down the open looks.
Nice block from Alex Pledger, but Perth go again, as does Tarico White. 5 seconds left on the clock, and Tarico White! Oh, Tarico! It is just too easy. He could do it with his eyes shut. Back to front, inside out. Tarico White drops the three, and he'll go to the line for another one. How high can he go?
And that is his 5th three-point made for the night. 5 of 8 from behind the arc. 62.5%. United have to get consecutive stops defensively.
They need to match the defensive intensity that Perth have shown this afternoon. And they've got to stop Tarico White, but no one has been able to. And Perth get it back. Here's Big Brant. Nick Kay with the follow-up. 6.5 left in game 3. And it's Perth by 19. Martin just sitting there in the corner. Good knowing you this season because I'm not coming back. Bryce Cotton. Back to Tarico White, who looks at the feet and says, I want to be in three-point land. It's called a 2.
Two black armbands out there. Obviously one for New Zealand and the other one for their physio, Dave Philpott, whose father passed away earlier.
He's finished tonight with 31. Big buckets for the Perth Wildcats. And it's one, Iswaka Labuluk. He backed himself, the young bloke.
The level of disrespect that is happening right now to Melbourne United. The baby on that team is out there scoring on us.
A couple of teenagers that have just been picked for the Emus. And the shots just continue to fall for Perth. Greg Hire. That's the play they were waiting for. Bowen gets it back. The soft finish. He makes it 29. And that might be the final margin.
I am really impressed with these young fellas coming out here, coming to get buckets.
The Perth Wildcats go to Melbourne with a 9th championship, 1 win away. They've beaten Melbourne 96-67. They've kept United to their lowest score of the season and pounded them in the process.
Like in the jungle over in Perth, and they're bringing it here in Melbourne to be able to replicate that same sort of atmosphere.
Closed the arcs and knocked it down.
So it's Ware and Martin at the moment. We'll keep an eye on the matchups whether they've changed. Brant drops an early 2. And White. It was unbelievable in game 3. Puts up the 3, and he's still on fire. Wow,
that's a tough hit.
Casper Ware worried about their outside guys, but that's just a contested shot. You can't play better defense.
Well, here's Nick Kay again. Over to Tarico. Wow, that is phenomenal.
And there's Kennedy slipping under the screen. Like you say, Hammer, no ball pressure.
And upstage them both, Tarico White. So he's got it when required as Bryce Cotton fills it up. Cotton, Martin. Kay, mop that mess up.
Have a look at this, being able to get a little easy one there. Kay.
Could tell you what the refs were thinking as Cotton takes it to the hole and gets himself a couple a minute ago and misses 2 free throws there. Martin They dodge a bullet and Jervis makes them pay at the other end.
Wow, beautiful early slip there from Tom.
And it would be against the odds and against history. Perth won it here. Cotton, wow, that is ridiculous. And it wasn't as if the shots have been difficult. Cotton steps it back out. Martin, what's going on here, guys? Yeah, it's been a bit of a defensive horror show in some respects for those who love their scoring as Cotton gets another couple.
And getting on the rim, Bryce Cotton is rolling, 8 points.
Fall on the floor and attack and trying to get yourself to the line.
Quick dish, Brandt takes it to the bucket. It's Cotton. Mitch McCarron staying in front. And from three-point land, all net.
Wasn't what they were looking for, but Cotton, as he usually does, gets Perth out of a jam and knocks it down from long range.
Higher, all the way to Cotton. In the corner. You can't hit those shots, surely. Higher, fouled, and we'll go to the line for the extra.
Well, there it is. That is exactly what Trevor Gleeson was looking for. And his hustle on the offensive glass as he gets front position and picks up the N1.
Needs to continue to attack.
Brandt gets himself two. Continue to fill that bucket up. They won't leave him free for long. Cotton, back at you.
The man's a freak.
Turning things up at the defensive end. Here's that fadeaway. Cotton hit a couple of possessions ago.
McCarron stripped, higher again, making the play. Cotton takes it down the floor. Moller tried to stop it, and it's waved off, and the points will count. Brandt, Cotton. Little look away to Brandt. Doesn't draw the foul, but gets himself a couple. Brandt. Kay. Well, he had a sighter from there 35 seconds ago. Oh, not from there. Bryce Cotton from way outside. Wagstaff and the save and the foul on Barlow. So Wildcats have been able to milk the foul. Shot clock at 5. Kay turns inside. Shot clock at 3. Norton from way outside. All net.
And eventually Norton just lined it up over that extended.
He's been the hottest of hot. Casper stripped by Martin. Again, that defensive play. Heads up play from Damien Martin. Always knows what's on offer. Tarico, the man from Old Miss, can't miss. And here is the man from Old Miss who can't miss.
Well, he's just tough.
5 in the league in offensive rebounding.
6 on the shot clock. Kay with the runner. Tarico. Turns, shoots, drops it. Mitch McCarron in your face.
Tough for the entire final series, and this is where McCarron's going to be in a whole lot of trouble if he has to defend him one-on-one in the...
McCarron fouled by Bryce Cotton on the way back, and it's on here. It is on.
Well, the referee's going to look at this, Twaino. That foul was called. And then the big fella, Jervis, came in late and took out the Melbourne United player. There's no doubt they'll look at the replay.
DJ Kennedy not happy at the moment. And, you know, he's hit the deck a couple of times. How are you seeing that, guys?
Well, that's going to be unsportsmanlike. I think there's no doubt about that at all.
It was a long time after the whistle, wasn't it? I mean, the first one on Cotton was borderline unsportsmanlike in the way that that has been called. And that one was a few steps after the whistle there from Jervis, standing over him, and Kennedy taking exception.
Well, I think the thing about it is there's no doubt it wasn't going to be a continuation. So the play had finished, and he wasn't even really trying to score, so he really didn't protect himself. Jervis came in, really didn't make much attempt at the...
Unsportsmanlike foul, 13 red. Unsportsmanlike foul, 17. Side ball black.
So both Tom Jervis and DJ Kennedy called for the unsportsmanlike.
Recognising that you have to continue to go at one.
Tarico, oh, great give back to Norton. The 1-2. Mopped up his little mess. Golding steps inside, goes in himself. Rejected. Massive rejection. Tarico tried to get Barlow in the air. And now that's an impossible shot. Oh my goodness. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Right, but Tarico White, how do you defend this when he's playing with this sort of... He wasn't even looking at the bucket, turns around, off balance, just goes bang.
Well, this guy, Tarico White, he was a 3-sport star as on the shot clock now. Norton spins, puts it up, tough shot, big rebound that.
Wow.
Huge bucket.
On the floor to shore up the glass.
Tarico White under the bucket. Norton, the same play. The exact same play.
Have a look at this. Chris Golding going to help here, just stepping in for the second time off the same play as you called, Dwayne.
1 minute away from being champions. McCarron stripped. They get another stop. Hey, Liam Santa Maria and Chain the Hammer heel. Big last quarter, and the steal to start it is an awesome start for the Wildcats. We won all season. Been written off a couple of times. I haven't won it yet.
And Nick Kay's efforts on the glass through that third quarter, the start of the fourth here, magnificent.
Bryce Cotton fills it up. He can smell it now.
Watch Nick Kay's activity here, just to knock that thing off the rim. 7 points, but 11 rebounds. 5 at the offensive end for Nick Kay.
Jervis steps it in. Norton off the glass with the reverse. Gets around Boone. Over to Rico. Damien Martin off the glass, the superstar.
Final series, the team that wanted to sign him, missed out on him. Had Ty Wesley sign in New Zealand.
4.5 minutes left. No! Oh, and a turnover. That's disastrous.
Toughness from someone like Damien Martin.
Jervis, that was easy. Melbourne United with 70 points only, rejected by Boone. Tarico, everywhere. With a huge smile on his face, knows they've got this now. With that bucket, he has deflated this place. He's sucked the air out of the joint. Melbourne Arena right now. Martin, Cotton. He's just too good. Bryce Cotton is like a morgue. Off the clock, just as important here as a score for Perth. Kay didn't back it back out. He gets the foul after the finger roll for 2. Nick Kay's never won a championship. Who can become the first NBL players ever with 5 championships with one team. How good is it for Nick Kay to win his first? How good is it
to be able to break that sort of run and domination from the home court advantage? And you see Bryce Cotton just dance his way in for another 2, and he's talking to the crowd as well.
Something to behold from Tarico and Bryce in combination.
Well, and I like what the Wildcats have done.
If there was anyone unaware who the greatest NBL club of all time was, you know now. The Perth Wildcats have proven it again. 1 game 4, away from home, against all odds. 1 import down, and they've done it in emphatic style. 97-84.
Thank you. The winner of the MVP for the Grand Final Series is number 23, Tarico White.
Ladies and gentlemen, to say a few words, the Larry Sengstock Most Valuable Player of the MG Grand Final Series, Tarico White.
First off, I just want to say thank you to everybody that came out. I want to thank my teammates. I love y'all, man. I love y'all. You know, just for everybody that doubted us. But on the 2 imports, they told us to let me go, you know what I mean? Fire Coach Trev, fire the whole team, you know. I mean, just for the whole city of Perth.
Thank you, Tarico.
Thank you very much. First and foremost to Melbourne United, you guys have been the team to beat all season, the reigning champs. And 12 years ago when I started out, we were playing in front of 3,500 people, and now look what performance you put on in front of 12,000. You're the team to beat. Thank you very much to not only Chris, Dean, but the whole organisation. Should be very proud of yourselves. I know how much it hurts right now, but congratulations on another terrific season. To our guys, I feel like I'm just repeating what Tarico said, but it's been a bit of a roller coaster season to start off well, then have people questioning us, telling we should fire one of the players, bring in a third import. We got together, said, no, this is the group we're going to back all the way in. And I'm lucky enough to win 5, but this is the one that means the most to me. So it's proud to call these guys a teammate, to play in front of so many people, both here and at RAC Arena, to our family and friends that travelled over. To do it in front of you guys is more special than anything else. But let's celebrate this one long and hard. Congrats, guys.
Thank you very much, Damo. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 NBL champions, the Perth Wildcats!
Stand together, West Australia, we're the Wildcats, we're the Wildcats, we're coming for you. Sing together, West Australia, we're the Wildcats, and we never lose. Here we come. Are you ready? Are you ready to sing our song? Are you ready? Are you ready? When we score, are you ready? Are you ready? The Wildcats roar. Are you ready? Are you ready? We'll never stop until we are the champions.
Tarico was injured. You look at him now, he's got his arm in a cast. If it was plaster, he'd be lapped up, and he's been playing for that 2 months. Bryce has had a broken thumb for the last 2 months of the season. Tommy couldn't walk this morning. Now, physios and our support staff have done a great job, but it's just the resilience of that group. Just saying, no, I'm playing and let me go.
Massive respect to the Perth Wildcats and congratulations to them. That was one of the most amazing NBL championships I've ever seen. We'll go through the whole thing. We were here for the whole journey, and they pulled it off. Inspiring. We'll get to their free agency, but yeah, you can't overstate how important all the intangibles are with that team. They weren't the most talented team in the league. There were at least 2 teams more talented than them. But all the things that make them great, their brotherhood, their championship experience.
One of our loyal listeners, Nick Tam.
This sounds like a job for Nick Tam, one of our biggest
exactly
fans.
Right.